Something gets us out of bed each day. But there's no alarm needed in Charlotte's house.
So what wakes you up?
The pinging on the outside of the house. My house wakes me up in the middle of the night.
Wait for it.
It's like someone's putting a trampoline spring, something of that kind of metallic nature under enormous pressure, and then letting it go. There's a big ping and then a resonance afterwards.
But unlike a clock, she never knows when it will strike next.
It might happen once, it might go on all night.
Just gone 1 a.m. There was a really loud ping. Woke my daughter up. She's now in my bed. It's just gone 5:26 in the morning and I just got woken up again, so that's me done.
Charlotte says she can hear the noise in the bedrooms, bathrooms, upstairs, downstairs, everywhere. So where is the noise actually coming from?
She suspects it's from the shade structure at the front of her house, made up of metal louvers and wooden beams. Give the shades a whack and... Now listen to the ping again. But Charlotte knows she's no expert, which is why she's been asking Classic Builders, the company that built the place, to investigate.
When did you first raise it with Classic Builders?
Almost immediately, because it's quite disturbing.
Charlotte moved into her brand new West Auckland home in January 2020, more than 2.5 years ago.
Well, we went into lockdown not long afterwards, so the first lockdown, which I very much understand. COVID has disrupted many things. I am no more special than the next person, so I just had to wait my turn.
At the end of 2020, Classic Builders sent various people to investigate, including a builder and the installing roofer. The internal bracing straps were tightened, and for a while, that kept the peace.
But then it started again. It's well over 1.5 years since I reported it again.
Next door has the same problem. The owner told me it sounds like someone's knocked loudly on a wall.
Even the neighbours across the road have been pinged.
I heard a metallic thing. It's like someone smashes a hammer on metal. Quite loud and intense.
Dirk's been hearing it since he moved in 1.5 years ago.
It's pretty irregular. Yeah, if it comes, it's pretty loud and you hear it and you get a bit of a fright because you think it's an accident or something.
Okay.
And when you're 5 years old, that's one big fright.
When do you hear it, Indy?
Night.
Night, yeah. How does it make you feel?
Scaredy cats.
Scaredy cats. Aww.
And then there are the problems Charlotte can see and didn't expect from a new build.
There's a dark stain, which I reported to them very early on, and it was nowhere near as bad as it is now, is bubbling and sliding down the house. The waste trap has completely come loose. It needs to be cemented back in. One of the boards has been split since I moved in.
A spokesperson from Classic Builders told Fairgo some of the issues highlighted have been
relatively simple to sort, and others have required a lot more time and resources to resolve, with the added challenge of working around lockdown and red protocols that restricted access to people, supplies and our clients' homes.
Charlotte says she's now dealt with 3 different remediation managers.
When each one of them has left, the information has gone with them and I have to start from scratch with each new manager.
In July, she gave Classic Builders until September to provide a plan on when it would finish off the jobs.
In their defence, it's a blooming weird issue, a house that goes ping in the night.
At the beginning of August, a builder got up on a cherry picker to take a closer look at the louvers. A month later, Charlotte says she still hadn't heard a thing. Well, other than the ping.
I can't think why else they would not, in 2.5 years, have rectified an issue that wakes people up and robs them of quality of life.
She says she heard from Classic again as soon as Fairgo got in touch in mid-September. So why the lack of communication?
To put me off, to make me go away, to give up, I'm not sure.
Do you think you've allowed enough time for those fixes?
2.5 years, even accounting for COVID, is plenty of time. I don't need everything remediated right now. I just need an undertaking that they're in fact going to do that.
So, is Charlotte being unreasonable? If you pull out the Building Act, it sets out that a builder or on-seller must fix defects within a year of completion.
What might have been reasonable 3 or 4 years ago would be a little bit different now. With COVID, there are issues in terms of supply constraints, materials, labour. But still, I would say it would be within a few months of notification.
How about 2.5 years?
2.5 years would be stretching it and would be beyond a reasonable period of time.
Joanna's an expert in property law and makes sure her clients approach new builds with their eyes open.
I usually like to have clients who have the ability to inspect the property before they settle. And I'd even recommend getting an expert building inspector to take a look at the property with you to help you do that snag list. They notice things like doors being hung the wrong way round and other things that you or I might not pick up.
What protections does every buyer have regardless of their insurance or contract?
Every buyer can rely on the warranties that are in the Building Act to protect them in the case of standards and getting things repaired within that first year. So if there is a problem that it isn't up to the standard that a normal person would expect, for example, if the floor's got a bit of a slope and you drop a marble and it rolls, that's not the standard of a new build that you'd expect.
Classic Builders told us it's always had an action plan in place to resolve the outstanding issues at Charlotte's Place, and as to when she was waiting to hear from them,
We admit that over this period there have been pockets of time when communication has been poor on our part, and we apologise for this. But we have never stopped taking action and have always taken responsibility for the issues Ms Peace has raised. We recognise and apologise for the distress this process has caused Ms Peace and her family, along with any neighbours who have been disturbed by the strange noise.
Charlotte now hoping the next thing she hears is not but good news.
So, yes, progress, good. Now, Classic Builders confirm the noise was caused, did you guess at home, by the shade structure expanding and contracting with the change in temperature, hot and cold, night and day.
Look, they've removed it, fixed it so it's more flexible, popped it back on the house, and Charlotte hasn't heard a peep, a ping or a bang from her house since.
Classic Builders also told us its homes come with a 10-year warranty and a 2-year defect period, and it's currently working to finish all those little jobs for Charlotte.